2026 external paper. So we're going to start on question 10. Okay, so this is mail merge. And mail merge is a function in Word that you haven't done in Info. Okay, and it's a very nice function because you can actually distribute a lot of your data across, let's say, letters, or maybe you want to print invites for your 21st or your wedding one day. And then if you have a list of your people coming, then, or your friends, then you can actually just that names in different information. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do that. So just like print screens, the first thing we did in print screens did what? Opened up Word. Same here, Mr. Croy. We're going to voila a Word. Né? A new one. There we go. Then, because we are busy with mail merge, we are going to go to mailings. Right? So that is a new button that you have not maybe encountered before in Info. I'm going to click on that. Right. Now, I'm on page 10, question 6A, 6.1. It's asking you to make use of the mail merge function to create a data file using the names and the information in the table below. Okay, and then a little bit background there at the above. It says you are the event organizer at Publisher Association and must send invitations. Letters, the invitation letters to the book publisher representatives for the event. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing we need to do is we need to start the mail merge, okay, which is the third button there in the ribbon. So we start the mail merge and we're going to go to step-by-step mail merge visit. Okay, the moment I click on that visit, students, you will see that here in the right-hand corner, I've got my step 1 of 6. You see that? Okay. So now I'm going to move through these steps. Okay, let's go through the first step. This is letters. Later on in the curriculum, we also will do labels. And those are the two things that we are going to write. Okay, you must read now that it said that we are doing an invitation letter. Okay, so you all comfortable with using the default one there. Okay, I'm moving on to the next step, which is step 2 of 6. All right. Now, these are two options that we can use. We can either use the current document, or if it was already used, let's say, as a template. Okay, so let's say your examiner or your boss that you are going to work for one day, or you're going to be the CEO of your own company, you already have, let's say, a letter template. Okay, so let's go into letter. Let's look for letter here, business. Okay, I just want template so we can actually use any one. Let's this one. A letter that we can actually, let's use this. I'm going to say that I don't have this app. I want to waste time now looking later, but let's. Okay, so this is the one option. They give you a script or a report or an invitation or whatever they give you, and then you can use this. Can you see there's already fields there that you can put in? Darlings, then you're still going to see that you're going to use the current document, right? But you are going to connect your database to this letter. All right. So let's try and do that on both options. So the first option is this document, okay? And then you are going to go into next, which is step 3 of 6. And now this is where you either going to decide, have you already created the list on a previous occasion? Like some of you had class on Monday, you created the table, né? Then you can't say that you are going to create a new list. Then you must say you are going to use the existing list. You must browse for it and connect that to the current document. You see how these two differ. Right. But for today and mostly for examination purposes, you are going to type a new list. And this is actually what question 6A is all about. Right. So let's go and say type a new list, and we are creating a new list. Okay, now let's quickly revise what we already did. Do you see there's a title, a first name, a last name, a company name, an address line, etc. Can you all see that those headings, which is now vertically on the display, is actually the field names on your question paper? Can you all see that? So what you see in a horizontal column under field names is actually your column headings. Can you also see that first of all they are capitalized? These are not. Second of all, they are not the same. Title is the same, but the rest is not the same. So we are going to customize. Right, let's go. How many fields do we have there? 6. What's 6 in Xhosa? Debo. Huh? Tandato. Okay, so we're going to delete, ne? What is delete in Xhosa? Ususa, Ntanda, until we only have that left, ne? Okay, let's go from the top. 1, we're gonna go, click delete. Yes, this is taking a little bit of time, but it's fine. We're gonna go through all of this until we have enough left. Okay, now let's say by accident you're enjoying this so much, ASMR, ne? Very satisfying. You stop counting here and you see, oh, Fona, there's 5. I need 6, Mamela. Don't stress. Then you just say add. Okay, let's start. The first one, capitalize title. Say okay. But now look, title is second. I want it first. So now you can just move it up. Okay, next one, rename, because it's already there. We just rename it. Next one, rename, address. Okay, and so we will go on. Next one, rename, town. Okay, next one, rename, code. And then the last one is table number. Table, spacebar number. Okay, now I want you to see that those columns are now my field names at the top. Right, let's read the table on your question paper. Can you see that there is 4 records? There's one for Mrs. Jenkins, Malusi, Kumede, and Williams. Yeah, okay, so we're going to start first one. The first one's title is what? Mrs. and her name is tab stop to the next one, N. Jenkins, and her address is 12 Aberdeen Street. Yes, sorry, I made a spelling mistake there. You can't do that. Okay. And then the town is in capital letters, Makhanda. Then the code is 6139 and the table number is 1. Okay. Now you will see we have another record called Mr. Malusi. Yeah. We cannot go and just type here because there's no space. So what do we do? What do we do? We say new entry, okay? And we do the next one. Mr. And then tab stop B, Malusi. Next one is 1 Dr. Zuma Drive. The town is the lovely town of Stellenbosch. And capitalize that in 7800, and his table number is 5. Again, we're going to go to new entry. Okay, another one, MS B Gumede. Okay, going to live in 57 Paul C Street. And she lives in the town of Umhlanga. Remember to put in your capital letters. Don't make a spelling mistake. Now, this is the important part. She lives with the code. Question, capital letters. Question 5A. That's not a mistake. There's not going to be a header in your table data set. So that's why I put it in there. Ne? And then her table number is 9. Let's quickly do the last one. New entry. It's going to be Mrs. And you can't make a spelling mistake. S. Williams. It's 100. Oopsie. 100 and Scotts Avenue. It's in the town of examination number. Now don't type examination number. Remember, you're going to stress. You're going to read Squenene Siabona, Squenene Zenza, and you're not going to think. So what's going to happen? You're going to type in their examination number, okay, which is wrong. You must put in your ID, whatever your ID is in there. Ne? Okay, then we're going to go to the next one, which is the code 1496, and she sits at table 10. Okay, I'm done with my table. Now remember, it's going to open up in Access. So we are going to say, okay, and this is going to happen. All right, read number 6.2. What does it say? I must save it as question 6A. Okay, there's already one. But now, am I saving it in my data sources? No. I must save it in wherever I'm working for that moment. If I'm working in the exam folder, you must save it there. If you're working in your own folder, you must save it there. I'm going to save it there. Let's say you have stretched so much and you didn't focus and you just press save. And now you need to print this thing for me. Read number 6. It says save and make a printout. Now you're going to sit here. Ma'am, where did I save it? Now, darlings, this is the important part. Can you see throughout this whole journey until this point now? I have not once closed my Word. Can you see that? It's still open. You are still going to leave it open. That is why we did print screens before Word, so that you can get used to tab switching. Eh? Don't close one while you're opening the other. Leave it open in your taskbar here. Look at all my stuff still open here. All right? So you're going to go to File Explorer because you need to print this thing. Now, let's say you didn't save it correctly. So you didn't go to your drive and find it here. Then I want you to go to Documents and go to My Data Sources. It will be lying there somewhere. Then you need to right click and cut it into your own drive. That is when you have not think about where you saved it, right? But if you've done it correctly, seeing that mine is already here, today is the 5th, here it is. Now there's 2. Can you see there was 2 that was created 1 minute from one another? You see that? I'm not going to use the one that's locked because it's going to tell me it can't open it up. So I'm going to use the other one without the lock. Can you see that exactly the same file name and attribution? Okay? You still remember what the file attribution or extension is, ne? Okay, let's go. Then I say open. It's going to give you an error message. Then you just say open. It's fine. We don't mind. Okay? And now you need to click on enable context. Darlings, I'm still at 6.2 at this point. Are you with me? Right. Bam, it's blank. Now it's not. You have to go into your table, ne? So you double click. There it is. I've already said it. I'm going to say it again. You cannot hand me in this. Why not? Because I can't see. It's been cut off. It says Aberdeen what? Aberdeen what? I can't see. You have to double click in between to make sure. And you see there's a little cross that comes with arrows. You can most now see that one is big enough. That one, you can double click everywhere. It will take the size of the width that it needs. All right. Now you need to print it as what? Use what type of orientation, darling? Okay. Now you're not gonna go to just file print because that's not how we do it. We are gonna go to print preview. It's very important in Access. Is this a landscape? No. Can you see you have to go to landscape there at the top? Okay. And then before you print, just double check again. Is everything correctly done? No spelling mistake, etc. And then you can click on print. Remember, I said if it comes out, and by this point you actually need to be 100% sure that everything is correct. But we are all human, so it maybe come out and you see, well, Gona, I didn't fix my columns. Then just reprint it. Okay, that's not the best option because we don't want to waste paper, but I also don't want you to lose. Right. So this is now question 6A done and dusted. Okay. I want you to make a little note in your head for mail merge. When we do mail merge, there's going to be 3 printouts. Maybe more, but rarely less. Okay, and it's important that you take note of this because you think question B and C is one question and it's not. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Okay, now let's go to question 6B. Are you all good with printing from Access? Okay, now read with me there. It says, use the mail merge function to prepare the invitations. You must use Arial 12 point unless otherwise specified. Now, what do you need to do? At this point, your examinator or test or files, whatever is given to you, or your boss one day, or yourself, if you're your own boss of the CEO of your company, you're either going to have a template, right, like this, that you can prepare, that was already prepared for you, or you're going to have a blank page. Right? Does that make sense? But darlings, do you see that the blank page was not closed? So the connection between, remember here I'm on step 3 of 6. The connection between the database and this document has been established. Okay, it's important because I've seen in previous exams, you get the letter already written for you. Okay, so the examiner gets that. You have prepared the data source in a different document. Does that make sense to you? There's no step 1 of Don here. Okay, Pamela? So you must go through the mailings then again if that is the case. You must go and say step 1, step 2, and here where they say you want to use an existing list, you must click on that list and connect it. And now it's connected. Can you see there's 2 different ways of asking? The one, the template letter is already prepared for you, then you lose. The other one is what we are normally doing, and it's this one. Okay, so you're still with me. There's 2 ways of doing this. The one is prepared, the one you prepare. Okay, now we are preparing the letter, and I want you to quickly look at page 11 because that is what you need to prepare. Okay. So you are going to type all of that stuff in. You're going to say publisher events. Okay, you still remember how to read that proofreading sign. How many spaces? 1, 2. The first is already at the top. The second is that. So this is the first one. This is the second one. Yes? Yabona? Then what happens in that third line, students? What happens in that third line? It's a what? A tab stop. Hey, look on your question paper. Can you see it is a tab stop? Huh? Look on page 11. Do you see that? All right, how am I going to put in the tab stop? Home ribbon, paragraph, yes. Tab stops in 4 work. What is the tab stop number? 10. I ignore the 4. I don't know why they still give you that. What do I always say? You ignore the inches like like you ignore your ex with his new boyfriend or girlfriend in the club. Ne? It's like it never exists. And you're looking fabulous. So you're going to say 10. You don't have to put the centimeter because it's already calibrated. And then please remember to put set. If I don't specify left, right, don, leave it on left. Okay? Like this one, you're going to say set. It's important to say set because it needs to be there. Okay? Now, darlings, please take note. View. Just like this. Okay? There's a view and there's a ruler. Switch it on. Okay? Because I want you to see something. If I am in here, on this line, where the tab stop shouldn't be, but maybe you have put the tab stop there. It's not there. You must put the tab stop where you want it to be. Can you see that little thing appear? Is it at the top one? No. So if you're going to press tab now, it's not going to create the tab stop there because there is no tab stop. Hello? So please make sure you put the tab stop there and that you see the little tab stop there. Now you can press tab and you can put in PO box. Please don't make a spelling mistake. 867, like myself did now here. The box must be capital like that. Then I press enter and again I press tab and I put in Nelspruit. Again, tab 1200. Nelspruit. Okay, darlings. In what font am I typing in? Okay, is that the correct font? No, what must be the font at number 1? Arial 12. So don't make this mistake. If you do, then just go back and make it Arial. Do not fix anything yet. Okay, keep everything. We will do the fixings, the editing later on. Okay, then what am I going to do there? I'm going to go to insert, date and time. They don't specify. So you can actually choose the first one, but I will just choose the second one and your uncle. Now, this is where mile merge starts. Do you see there is a bracket like that and then a field name? Do you see that? I do never want to see this brackets ever in your letters. It is there to show you as a placeholder what is supposed to be there. Are you with me? So you never type that brackets. You just go at this point. Can you see this is not closed? Okay, you must be in step 3. Otherwise, you will not find your fields. Where is your fields? In mailings. Insert field. What field must go there? Address. Press enter. What next one? Town. Press enter. What next one? Code. And then enter. Then you're going to say here, dear. And this is where we actually stop. There must be a space. Make a space. Then there's going to be a title. And then remember when you write your letter, there's always a space between the person's title and their name. So make a space here too and put in their name. Okay, are you all with me? Then you're going to type that whole paragraph, which I'm not going to do now. Done. And you're going to get into the end of it. And then you're going to put in another merge field called table number. You're going to say as and there's another paragraph. Then it's going to say looking forward. Another one. Regards. Now please look there very carefully. How many spaces? 1, 2, 3. Look very closely. How many spaces is there? Yes, there's 4. But can you see this is 1 already? 2, 3, 4. And then that is the next one. Can you see that, darlings? Okay, make sure you can count them. Now that person's name must be in uppercase. So you can do it there if you haven't typed it from the beginning. Okay. And then very important, please go back to number 3. Obviously, you should have put in the header. So your header here is going to be, and this is actually important one. Let's put in here question 6b, because I'm going to show you what's going to happen to this in the next one. Just make it caps lock question 6b. Okay, now make sure that your header is the same as the rest of your document. Your document is Arial. Okay. The margins must be 3.81. Go to margins. If it's not a default, you must go to customs and put it in there. 3.81 all around. You don't have to put in the centimeters. If you work on your laptop, it's going to be a comma. But for now, it is going to be a point. Can you see how it differs? Apply justification to the document. Number 4. What is justification? Left, center, right, justified. Okay, so make sure you control I everything. Then you insert the fields without the brackets there by number 5. And number 6, very important. What do you need to do? Make all of these fields bold and italic. So you literally have to go select everything, bold, italic. Okay, all of those fields, ne? Darlings, listen very carefully. If you don't do 6 out of the 6, get more. 5 out of the 6 is not going to crack it for you. So make sure you go and count them and make sure everything has changed. Okay? They don't always ask this, but if they do, make sure. All right. Now, this is question 6b. Remember, I already have one print out. It's my table in Access. This is your print out with all of these dons. Okay, so you're going to go to File, Print, and you print this. This is a mistake that the students make. They're so excited they forget number 7. Bring it in. Okay, now go to page 11. Now you've opened up this one again after you printed it, Mr. Croy, and you are changing the B to a C. Please, this is a mark. 1 mark for just doing that. Okay? Change the header. We've done that. Print the merge letters only for Malusi. Okay, so you need to merge these letters now. Can you see for question B, I was doing step 3 all the way. I didn't click on this one time. Can you see that? So you're going to go to step 4, step 5, step 6. Can you see how it's changing? Can you see that this becomes now Mrs. Jantjies? But where is Mrs. Gumede? They want Gumede. Oh, they want Malusi, Gumede, and Williams. They want 3. Where's the rest? Go back into mailings, and or you can say here edit. You can either say finish and edit, or you can just go here by step 3 edit. I always say edit because I don't necessarily want to print everything most now. Look at what happens to the document, darlings, at the top. If I say okay, can you see it's opened up a new document for me? The other one is still here. There it is. But there is my new document called letters. Letters becomes your file. Listen very carefully. This becomes your question 6. Are you with me, darlings? This is very important that you remember that. Okay? And you must now change that to see that we've already done. Am I supposed to print Jantjies? No. So only Malusi and this one and that one. It's 3. So you will see here, if I click here, what page displays here? Page 1 of 4. This one is page 2 of 4. So can you all see page 1 should not be printed? Okay. How am I going to only print the 3? Am I going to print all 4 and throw the first one away? No, that's wasting paper. Although a lot of students does that, I will not tolerate it. I get very angry when I invigilate and people didn't teach their students that. because it's wasting paper. And if you can see being a tree murderer, then that's on you, but I don't want you to do that. So go to File, say Print. Now let's say it was only this one, only Malusi. You can either put your mouse on that one, anywhere on that one, and you say File, Print, the current page. Are you with me, darlings? Then it will print only that page. Or you can say print all the pages, but only number 2 actually. Because that's most now the one you want. But for the exam, they ask for number 2 to 4. Are you with me, darling? Are you going to print it like that? Okay. Now let's say you come to this point and you see, well, I put in 4 here and there must be 3 and you have time to fix it. You have to close this and say, don't save. Go back. This is very important, darlings. You can go back all the way to step 3 again. Quickly put in your stuff that you need to put in, whatever you see that you need to fix, and go back again to step 6. And then you redo it. Okay, so remember, you can go to next, but you can also go back. And step 3 is the place where you need to go back to edit. Okay, you can't do it on the other. Okay, so let's quickly revise. Question 6a is a printout of your data table in Access. That you need to do by checking on Print Preview. Question B is this one. And then question C is all the way to 6 and editing your documents. Okay, I'm going to stop here.